afternoon, folks. Big Bo with a pop-up today. And guys, I don't get many of these in use that I review. And it's a nice one we're going to look at today, guys. This is a folding camper pop-up, whatever you want to call it. A 2021 Rockwood Freedom, the 2318G. And this is a mid-size pop-up. It's 12, what they call a 12-foot box. And overall length is actually 24 feet 11 inches, I believe, and 17 and a half feet is the length when you include the tongue. In other words, it's 17 and a half feet behind your vehicle and almost 25 feet long set up. So you get a lot more camper than you are towing. And lightweight, 2,490 pounds. Under 2,500 pounds, this thing has got a pop out on the side, a slide out, or what they call a slide out in the pop-up world. This thing is just loaded for a little pop-up. It's got fridge, it's got air, it's got a kayak rack, canoe rack, ski rack, whatever you want to call it, on the roof. It's got shower, toilet, water heater, water pump, all that good stuff. 30 amp electrical service plugged into right now. Got the AC cranking. Canvas, I mean, this thing doesn't look like it's hardly been used, guys. And it's only $14,900. I mean, good luck trying to find a 2021 anything else for $14,900. This can lower down, fit in your garage. They're awesome for boondocking if you like going places without power, out in the woods. They're easy to get back there to a good spot. You set it up. You've got all this canvas with screen behind it that you can leave open and get fresh air, ventilation. You do have a fantastic vent fan as well, boondocker's best friend. King beds. I mean, this thing's loaded, guys. Got an awning. You see some water dripping off from the AC. LED light strip. It's got an outside grill. Everything's here. I do have the piece for the door as well. You just have to take it off when you set it up for the door. But it does have the piece that's inside for it. Canvas looks great. No, I don't see any mildew or rips or tears or anything like that. I mean, the only way you're going to get one any nicer is to go buy a brand new one and spend a whole lot more money than what you're going to spend on this. Let's look inside. And for those of you who think that air conditioner doesn't work good in a pop-up, well, you're in for a surprise when you step in this thing with that AC running. Wow. And it's amazing how well insulated these tent canvases are. 13,500 BTU roof air. That's awesome. And guys, you know, I've owned pop-ups personally. Back when I was younger, I did a lot more. When I was younger and healthier, I did a lot of deer hunting and fishing, and I always kept one of these. I've owned 2 or 3 of these over the years. It always kept one of these because, you know, we like to go in Jeeps and stuff and Broncos and go off-road and 4-wheel drives and camp out in the woods, and these were great for that. We used to flip the axles on and give them more ground clearance. And you know, like I said, some of the best night's sleeps I ever got was in a pop-up, because you can unzip this canvas. You've got a screen behind it to keep the bugs out, get some of that nice cool night air in there, some ventilation. You talk about just sleeping like a baby. This one does have the heated mattresses. It does have the light and fans that go on here. They're still brand new in the wrapper, hadn't even been taken out yet. You do have a toilet, and this is actually a shower. I've just got the shower curtain bunched up, but it's actually a shower. A toilet, it's a porta potty. You've got a cassette that comes out on the outside that comes out, and then you just dump it in the toilet somewhere. So very easy to do that, and it's actually not messy like you think it would be. 3-burner stovetop, doesn't look like it's been used. And this one, unlike the ones, I've always had the ones with a little hand pump with just cold water only. I mean, this thing's got a fresh water tank. It's got a 12-volt water pump. It's got a water heater, hot and cold water, even out in the woods with no electricity. And of course, you can always carry a little generator and stuff like that too if you want to run the AC. But Guys, if you find a nice shady spot and unzip this canvas and use that fantastic vent fan to circulate the air, which is 12 volt, honestly, you probably wouldn't even really benefit much from AC unless it was like in the desert or something like that. So it does have a furnace for heat, propane furnace, so even if you're boondocking in the winter time or you're having a cool night, you can turn the heat on without electricity, just running off propane and battery. Really cool, guys. This, like I said, it's a medium-sized pop-up. You do, like I said, you do have the AC, you do have the large dinette booth that makes a bed. We always set that table up outside under the awning to use as a picnic table, and just left that as like two sofas facing each other. But you do need the table if you make the bed out, because that does sleep 2 adults. You've got a little flip-out sleeper sofa that sleeps 2. You've got king-size bed in the front, king-size bed in the back. So 8 in this thing that folds down into a box. I mean, these are just such cool guys, cool little campers. And I know they're not for everybody. I know a lot of people have different versions of RVing. They like more the glamping style, and you know, hey, I've owned motorhomes too. But for those of you who like a more back to nature experience, these are great. And they're affordable too, compared to like a full-size travel trailer or a motorhome, something like that. I mean, $14,900 for a 2021 model. You really can't go wrong with that, guys. And it's lightweight, so, and if you're in a, say you're in a subdivision with HOA, you can, and you got a garage with the empty slot, just pull this thing in the garage. They don't know you have it. You don't have to pay storage. And it does have the refrigerator. It is a 3-way, so it runs off propane, electric, or battery. So if you're out in the woods, you can run it on propane and save your battery. Of course, now if you're going to boondock with this thing, I always recommend keeping at least 2 really good deep cycle batteries on it to extend your ability to camp. There's your outside grill. There's your door I was talking about. There's your little table that sits up and mounts up on the side. There's your rear bed, furnace, and this is that new material. It's like on the upholstery, this is more like outdoor furniture like material, so if you ever get it wet, it's not going to mildew, it's not going to flake like the old pleather furniture does. You do have storage underneath the bench seats. You've got storage underneath the sofa. Above the furnace, there's a little bit of storage. Kitchen, you got 2 or 3 storage compartments. Because you got to remember, everything's got to fold down to under where that canvas meets the wall, because that's where everything's got to fold down under. So, and of course, guys, we'll show you how to set it up and down. That's no problem. Once you do one pop-up, it's kind of second nature. I mean, I know they're all a little different, but they're all the same principle, setting them up and down. One like this probably take you up, if you just take it easy, it'll take you about 30 minutes to fully set up from start to finish by yourself. A lot quicker with 2 people. Anyway, we do guarantee at the $14,900 price, you know, this is what we guarantee to keep our prices down. We guarantee the refrigerator to get to operating temp. We guarantee the AC to get cold, which it is. I've got it pretty cool now because it's about 90 degrees outside. We check, well, what little water system it has. We check your water system, your water pump, your water heater, make sure there's no water leaks, and make sure the pump and the heater work. So basically, you got a kitchen faucet and you got your shower nozzle, and that's the extent of your plumbing in these. Very, very simple. And that's what I like about a pop-up, guys. You still see people using 30, 40-year-old pop-ups and taking them out. There's, you know, the main thing is you don't want to put your canvas up wet and leave it put up wet. I mean, if you have to put it up wet, as soon as you get it home, unfold it, let it dry out so you don't have mildew issues, and let it dry out good before you pop it back down. I mean, if you take care of that canvas, really not a lot on this that can go wrong. I mean, yeah, any RV something can go wrong on, but as far as anything really major, yeah, oh yeah, keep your cables greased. I always do that every year or two. I mean, you don't have to, but it's a good idea. You know, in 2021, I mean, that's kind of give or take. I mean, if it was a 2010, yeah, I probably would, but it's probably fine for a while. But yeah, I mean, the floor is perfect. No carpet, except why they did that, I guess because it's just easier to put that little bit of carpet on that step going up to the front and the rear bed than leaving it linoleum. So other than that, that's the only speck of carpet in here. And you do have the big awning, the little manual roll-out awning. Yeah. Every time I do one of these pop-ups, I get a, I don't know, nostalgia, I guess. And it's kind of interesting because I go through the different RVs I've owned over the years, and this is where it all started when I was just, I mean, I was 16 years old, and I bought an old Coleman pop-up, 70-something model. I had to replace the floor in and fix the roof, and you know, and that was really cool, guys. I mean, I know a lot of guys are fixing up their first car to drive, and I was doing my first camper. I mean, first me and Dad, of course, but he kind of guided me and showed me stuff, but that was my first linoleum job, was in that camper, and it looked like crap. But hey, it worked. And here I am, you know, in this thing 30 years later, or almost 30 years later, and back where I started, just a lot newer camper than what I had. But yeah, I mean, these are a great way to get into RVing, guys. You can use these in campgrounds, you can use them boondocking. I mean, they're just a versatile vehicle. You can use them with or without power. You know, I always put a couple batteries on it, and I always carried one of those 12-volt jump boxes just for an emergency use in case I need it. And a little trick you can do, guys, if you're out there in the woods and your battery runs dead, hook your vehicle to it and plug the pigtail in. It'll give your battery a trickle charge. You just have to let it run for a few hours. Or solar panels. You know, if you want to put a solar kit on it, and with a charge controller, you keep your battery. Day like this, keep that battery charged. Everything's LEDs, so you know, the only thing that you don't really have that much to run your battery down in here except your furnace. Your furnace fan will suck up the 12-volt pretty good, but if you run your fridge on propane and just, you know, turn your lights on and off as you need them, you can go a long ways on a fully charged battery without recharge. You'd be surprised. But anyway, enough nostalgia. Makes me want to go out camping out in the woods in one of these now every time I get in one of these. Of course, that fantastic fan will do a little bit too, but I'm gonna tell you, that thing's worth its weight in gold if you're boondocking. They didn't have them back when I had mine. It would have been nice. Anyway, guys, or they had them, but they didn't have them like on pop-ups. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you're interested in this pop-up, or give one of my salespeople a call. 706-965-7929. You're not going to find one no newer than this. I mean, without buying a brand new one, and I promise you that price is going to be significantly higher than $14,900. And just a nice, comfortable pop-up. Not too big, not too small, not too complicated. Just, I guess, camping and RVing at its very, very basic source, I guess. And but you still got a lot of the modern amenities. I mean, bathroom, you can heat it up, cool it off. You got a cold fridge, you got a stove top, you got a grill. sleep you got 4 different beds in here, so yeah, and weighs under 2,500 pounds. Thank y'all so much for watching. Smash me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment and share on social media. Hit that subscribe button. RV's a Big Bo. And I will have some motorhomes coming soon, guys. I am just trying to get caught up on these towables and let the motorhome. We've got a lot of motorhomes coming in, and I'm just giving them a chance to come in, get cleaned up, all that stuff where I film them. So I just figured I'd do towables for a couple of days and then go back to motorhomes, let them get built back up. And if you've got something for sale, guys, in an RV, a motorhome, a travel trailer, even a pop-up, if it's in nice shape like this one give us a call, guys. We're cash buyers. We'll even pick it up, even if it's a long distance away, if we can make the numbers work out for both of us. Give us a call at 706-965-7929. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy getting in here and filming these little pop-ups, especially when I got power and air and all that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.